first guest has already impressed me beyond belief. He arrived at the station, said good morning. Like, I instantly knew like he was one of the most successful teens I think I'd ever met. And that was before I also found out that at Madison County High School, he is the National Honor Society president, captain of the tennis team, a marathon runner, a professional website designer, and the elected Alabama boys state lieutenant governor. The man, the myth, the legend, Landon Bruski joining me now. Landon, you get enough sleep at night? Like what do you eat for breakfast? What do your parents feed you?
So my parents don't feed me. I try and cook my breakfast every morning. It's 4 eggs, and then I have some ground beef, some bread. It's very, very sophisticated, I know, but it kind of keeps me for the morning, wakes me up. It gets me energized for the day.
Self-sufficient on top of that, sir. I am in awe of you. Of course, your list of accomplishments, truly phenomenal. We really, though, brought you on to chat community service, which I'm so inspired by, your heart for this community. Tell me about some of the things you've done around town, the impact they've had on Huntsville, and really kind of why, even with everything you have going on, you wanted to make this a priority.
Thank you. Yeah. Most recently, and this was 2 weeks ago, it was me and my National Honor Society, which, of course, thank you for all the 40 members that helped me out. But as president, I'm trying to orchestrate more for our community in Huntsville. You know, we have a bigger organization, so trying to go out there and contribute a lot. Recently, we went to the Huntsville Animal Services. Now, that was a chosen initiative that we wanted for this year, and we raised $500 for the Huntsville Animal Services. So we actually got to go into the shelter and meet with the pets and the dogs and the cats, because at a time, I feel like there's so many pets that are coming in, but shelters don't have enough resources to really provide for all of them. So I just hope with the donation that we provided that it can help a dog or a cat that meets a family that's in need. So
that's so sweet. I love that you shouted out your team too for helping you. Of course, it's just one of the many projects that you've done. Are there others that really kind of stand out? What's that like too? I mean, I imagine when you kind of see the fruits of your labor and knowing that you're really impacting Rocket City for the better.
Yeah, so I recently moved here 2 years ago from Michigan. So it was a big adjustment, you know, mentally and physically. I had to really go through a new environment, and my mission was at Madison County to contribute as much as I can to this new school, you know, learn from the other students and get involved. So I do that at my clubs, National Honor Society, SCCLA, FCA, Student Council, and through them all, I kind of have different perspectives on how I want to contribute. One that really was impactful for me, I started last summer, and at Alabama Boys State, when I was elected lieutenant governor, my key role in advocating was ending hunger. So that was the one cause that I kind of wanted to go towards, and when I was in Washington, D.C., I advocated it on the national stage. So when I was talking with Katie Britt, a state senator, we kind of discussed on some of the key things that I could do to contribute, and of course it always starts from the community. So when I arrived home as National Honor Society president, me and my 40 other volunteers, we went out to the North Alabama Food Bank, and we contributed and packaged over 6,000 meals towards everyone, that from senior homes to students to underprivileged families that needed the food. It was just really an impactful moment for me to really acknowledge the contributions that I'm doing for Rocket City.
How do you balance all of this, right? And I'm curious too, in your opinion, like, do you think, are there just go-getters in this life, like people who are organized that can do it? Do you think anyone can do this if they work hard? Where do you find the time with, again, school and extracurriculars and volunteering?
Yeah, so I think it doesn't start with a snap, you know. I don't just like turn like this. I think you grow and develop through the experiences that I have, you know. It's not just about myself, it's about serving others, because that's where I get my fulfillment. I think starting off, the original time when I felt like I meant something to someone else was during church. You know, 6 years ago, my mom was like, hey, you should volunteer at Kid Ministries, and when I was young, I didn't really feel that like connection where I was like, I'm comfortable here, but she was like, hey, I'll do it with you, and she was like, all right. So she kind of provided me that comfort with doing it with me, where I could volunteer and be happy and be a role model to those kids. So still now, 6 years later, I still do that at my local church every Sunday. So it's something that I can connect with and kind of help the younger generation have a role model for them, and that's kind of what I want for other people. I want to inspire them. For balancing, it's a little hard because there's so many things with AP classes, with dual enrollment, that I might struggle with, but I just always know that fulfilling someone else's day makes my day better. So doing those community service activities or doing a professional website design, it helps grow my experiences and my opportunities to really be disciplined, be a committed individual, and hopefully make an impact for the future.
Landon, when you're president, like, don't forget about us. What's next for you? What do you want to do in your life?
So the next up, well, of course, I'm going to college. It's the last year for me as a senior at Madison County High School. It's a little bittersweet feeling because I'm kind of missing those friends that I had, because we're all going off to college, but I'm hoping at this college that I'm going to, which that be Troy, Alabama, or Auburn, that there's a wide perspective of these different cultures and different people that I might have not known. So maybe making an impact bigger there. I'm going for business administration and management. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully create a business that can help however way it needs. And of course, that's for the future to tell how I want to contribute that. But after become a politician, hopefully by 2050, somewhere when I get older, be a politician for the state of Alabama, maybe run for House of Representatives, something that I can do.
Landon, please, do not forget about me. I don't care if you're the president, if you're a tennis pro, if you figure out how to like put man on the moon to live there permanently, and I call you, you're gonna be like, don't be like, who's that girl in Huntsville? I don't remember her. I'm Peyton.
I can do that, yes, Peyton. And I'll put on a TV channel on showing this so they can look back on that and be like, oh my gosh, that's Peyton.
We're gonna keep up with you, my dude.
Okay.
Where you go to college, we'll zoom you in and stuff, and we'll stay connected. Guys, Landon, we're gonna have this interview too on our website, tvliving.com. Before I let you go, just as we wrap here, Landon, briefly, to somebody watching, whether they're a high schooler, whether they're a stay-at-home mama, whether they're a senior citizen, wanting to maybe get involved or not really sure if they can, any kind of words of encouragement, wisdom you can share?
Yeah, I would say I think a lot of people fear just doing, and I think just taking the step, finding that that opportunity where you can do that no matter way possible. I think for senior homes, I mean, you can go visit other people and I guess make that impact through there. If you're a student, I think the school is a great way to get involved. I think at my school, going to those clubs and you get to meet these different students, that's a great way. For any parents that are listening, I think that's a big vital moment for you if you have any children, to get them involved at a younger age, to build that good habit so they can turn out where they can grow and develop from these different experiences volunteering. I think as a parent, just getting them like my mom did. I think it's very meaningful for me, put me to the man I am today, and I couldn't be more happy and thankful.
What are your parents' names?
Danielle Bruski, my mom, and Matthew Bruski. Those are the shout-outs.
Danielle and Matthew, well done. This kid, an absolute star. Landon, my friend, thank you again for coming on. We're going to check back in with you soon, I know. We appreciate it. Thank you.